Perfect. Okay, here we go. Um, Thank you for jumping on. Those of you that are watching the recording, thank you for taking time out of your day. We're going to talk about online events and how to make them successful. Our plan is to have at least one online event a month, and there will be other opportunities to jump on the larger team, like the Paladins page may be running online events and things like that. So it's super important that when we do online events, we're getting the most bang for our buck. They are very simple to do. The first thing, the first most important thing is to invite people to them. And the key there is starting to invite people about a week and a half out. Probably don't want to invite them too far ahead of time or it's kind of out of their radar, but especially if it's something that needs product. So like this one we have starting tomorrow involves trying either lean or slim or both. And so you need to start getting that out there so that they can order products in time. Typically when I have an online event coming up that needs product, I will purchase that stuff and have it on hand so that worst case, if they're local, I can drive it to their house literally the day before it starts. Or if I'm feeling super committed, I can overnight ship it. That's on me. But if it's somebody that is, especially like someone you've been trying to get in and then all of a sudden they say yes and it starts 2 days later, like you need to be prepared to do that. Now, can they always start late? Sure. But we know that when people don't start with the group, they're less likely to be wowed by it. They're less likely to stay consistent with it, all that kind of stuff. So anytime there's a trial group coming up, I try to have extra product on hand. If that's not something that you personally are able to do, go to your upline, reach out to myself or Lorelei. A lot of times we have extra product on hand. And if it comes down to somebody either not doing it or overnight shipping, like I will overnight ship. Get the stuff in their hands. Let's get this going. So that's the key, the first thing. With inviting, it's always helpful if you have testimonies posted leading up to it so people can kind of see like, whoa, these products do really work. Like, look at how it worked for this person or look at how it worked for that person. So doing a bunch of testimonies kind of leading up to it, doing a little bit of informative posts on like how great the products are and what they can do. And then like, bam, look, here's what we're doing. You have the opportunity to try these great products. And then when it comes to inviting people, you got to be diligent and you have to reach out to them. If you hear crickets, guys, close that out. Reach back out to them and say, I can tell now's not the right time for you. That's totally fine. Would you like me to reach out to you in the future if we do another trial group? And then it kind of gives them the opportunity to say, you know what? Now's not the right time, or no, like, I don't want you to reach out, or yes, like, let me know this month just isn't good for me, but I think next month would be great, or I would really like to try this in the summer, whatever they might say. So really being diligent about following up. Then as it's leading up, you want to make sure they got their products. So check in with them a couple days beforehand. Do they have their products on hand? Did something go wrong with shipping? Whatever. Do they know what the products are? Sometimes we take for granted that we know that the Slim is the pink drink and that you mix it with water and all that kind of stuff. So do they know which products they have? They know what they called? Do they know how to take them, the best way to take them? Have you troubleshoot like anything with their schedule, especially with a 3-day group? It's only 3 days. Like we can't fall asleep the first 2 days and then all of a sudden be like, oh, you still don't have your products, or oh, you didn't know how to take them. Like, get on that. Make sure they know how to take their products. Make sure they have them in hand. If they don't have them in hand, we have to, at least if you do it 2 days beforehand, we've got time to figure that out. And then, you know, they might not realize that lean mixes well with almond milk, and they've got to get almond milk. So, you know, again, you don't want them to have a whole day of poor experience when it's only a 3-day event. So reaching out to them, make sure they know how to take their products, make sure they have everything they need. And then it comes time for the day of the event. I love to either send something late the night before, not super late, but like after dinner the night before, like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you to start the trial group tomorrow. Just a reminder, here's the group page that it's on, and like copy and paste that so they see it. Make sure you check in here because there's going to be tons of information and giveaways and blah, 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 blah. Can't wait to see what you think of it. And then, or checking in first thing that morning and say, yay, today's the day you get to start. Here's the group link. That only works if you're up early. I'm not an early bird, so I would send it the night before. But if you're someone that is up early and working your business early, you can send it that morning. And then the key throughout the challenge, that's only 3 days, this one we're doing. A lot of them, usually at most they're 7 days. We're kind of going back to like these 3-day or 1-day events. You have to be intentional about going into the event and commenting on things. When I say that, like, you're not in there only for your people. You're also in there for third-party validation for all of our people that are in there. So, like, my people that I invited, they already know I believe in these products. They already know that I think they're amazing. They probably know my story. So anything that I comment on, they've already heard that. But they haven't heard Pam West. They haven't heard Michelle Meyer. They haven't heard Lorelei. So when they see those people commenting and having either similar experiences or even like, whoa, I didn't know it helped with that. Ashley didn't tell me that it helped with thyroid. Well, Ashley doesn't have a thyroid history. Now, of course, I've posted about it before, but they may not know that it could help with something. And so Pam's story, Michelle's story, Lorelei, mine, we have 4 completely different stories. And yet we all started with the same products. So it's really important that you're commenting your story, that you're kind of like feeding in to whatever post has been made. And then it's a great opportunity for you too to tag your people. Like, hey, Susie, did you see this? I know you were looking for information on blah, 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 blah. Did you see Jordan's story? And just making sure they're seeing it. Okay, we're in here because we're checking in on the event. The way that Facebook works, people may not even be getting notifications that there's stuff in there. When you tag somebody, they're definitely going to see it. And I should kind of backtrack. You also want to make sure they're in the group. Sometimes these groups are things that people have to accept to be in. So if they didn't click accept or join or whatever the verbiage is, you need to make sure they're actually in it so they can see the stuff and so that they get notifications. So kind of backtracking. But yeah, you got to go in there. People need to be commenting. We need to be interacting. That's the whole point of this. You didn't have to actually put on the event. So your job is to go in there and make the event successful. The more comments, the more activity there is in these online events, the better. It's better for everybody all around. It creates an excitement and a buzz about it. Get your people more excited. So then the key at the end is follow up, follow up, follow up. You should, in a 3-day event, you need to check in every single day with your people. Hey, how'd the first day go? Did you find it easy to work into your routine? And if they say no, go, oh, well, where did you have trouble? Which products were you having trouble taking? Let's see if we can figure out something better for tomorrow. But check in with those people daily. If they're doing lean and slim, more than likely they're doing this stuff well before dinner. And so checking in the middle of the afternoon or right before dinner is a great time. That way they have time to get back to you before they go to bed. Because I stay up until midnight, but I know a lot of people do not. So if I wait until 11 o'clock to message people, most of my people are probably already going to be asleep. So I need to check with them earlier in the day so that we can troubleshoot anything that might be going on for the next day. And then the next, you probably don't want to ask them how they're liking the product every single day. Let me also say that, because then they're going to be like, am I supposed to be like over the moon for this stuff? I mean, I took it. But you might want to just check in and be like, oh, did you see the group event? There's a great giveaway on the day 2 post or whatever. Did you see that? I can tag you in it. Or, hey, I tagged you in this post. Go check it out. They're giving away a bottle of Metaburn or whatever it is. But just like kind of a simple check-in like that too. So the last day, it could be, congratulations, this is the last day. I'm so proud of you for staying consistent on your products for these 3 days. So little things like that. And then at the end, you're going to reach out to them to see if they are ready to start their health journey. Are they ready to start these products? And you have to ask the question, guys. You have to ask for the sale. It could happen. It's less likely to happen unless you ask for the sale. So don't be afraid. People aren't saying no to you. They still love you. It's okay if they say no. But we won't know unless we ask. So we have to ask if they're ready to start their health journey. Some people offer a special. Sometimes the event will have a special that'll run for a certain period of time. With that stuff, you want to get in on the front half of that. If it's only a 24-hour sale, you want to make sure they saw it. Don't assume that they read every post in that event. So I think that's the stuff. Let me look at my notes here. Girls, do you guys have anything else to add on successful eventing? We got it?
Yeah, I think you covered it.
Okay. So if there's nothing else, I'm going to end the recording. So it's a nice short one for people to watch because it's super, super important. We are going to be doing events regularly. Online events are similar, except they're usually just a day or an hour. So it's really important that you set aside time when we have an online event to be active and engaging on those comments. Okay? Well, if that's all we have, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording, and then we'll see if anybody has any other issues they want to talk about or successes.